Welcome to Costa Maya, a vibrant destination on Mexico's Caribbean coast, known for its beautiful beaches, rich culture, and incredible Mayan history. If you're new here, I'm Sean and this is Trails and Tropics, where we explore incredible destinations, learn about the local cultures, and give you the best travel tips along the way. On our recent cruise aboard Enchantment of the Seas, we took an unforgettable excursion to Chacchoben, an ancient Mayan city hidden deep in the jungle, uncovering its history and walking in the footsteps of the Maya. How are we doing this morning?
Good. We're out to go in Chacchoben. I'm excited.
As we make our way toward Chacchoben, we pass through Mahawal.
Mahawal is still a very small town, even though we have new communities in process. But to give you an idea on how small it is, our population is more or less about 6,000 of us here. So it has increased in the past years, but still 6,000 is, well, it's quite small, right? So it's still a little village. Most of the local people, they live out here on the left-hand side.
Along the route, we pass through Pedro Antonio de los Santos, a village sustained mostly by agriculture.
So now we're passing through this village called Pedro Antonio de los Santos. Now, the main source of income of this community mainly comes through agriculture. As you can see, they sell a lot of seasonal fruits and fresh produce. Over here to the left-hand side, you're going to see the amount of fruit.
Our adventure begins as we arrive at Chacchoben.
You are very welcome to my office. You are very welcome to Chacchoben Mayan ruins. Chacchoben, guys, means the place of red corn. Unfortunately, as I told you, we don't have enough information about Mayans, so we don't even know the original name of this place. The name was given only by the archaeologists.
The ruins of Chacchoben were hidden for years, only known to a local farmer.
Amigos, this area, Chacchoben, was founded at the beginning in 1940s by a farmer called Sevillano Cuo. What happened? He didn't tell anyone about this place. So he was farming all around the area at the 40s until the 70s. Then, at the 70s, he hosted an archaeologist whose name is Peter Harrison. And as Peter Harrison told the government about this place, officially, this place was found in 1972 by Peter Harrison. But here we know that the very first one was Sevillano Cuo, the farmer.
The Mayans were skilled architects using local materials to build their impressive structures.
Amigos, this area, Chacchoben, belongs from the Mayan classic, from the latest Mayan pre-classical period to the earliest Mayan post-classical period, which is from the 200s before Christ until the 900s after Christ. Okay, and all these buildings, guys, were built with limestone and a special kind of cement, which was a mix of mud, clay, lime, some saps of some trees, and water. If you're wondering where they took all that limestone, well, the whole peninsula of Yucatan is in a huge platform of limestone. So if we dig a little bit, we'll eventually find a lot of it. This was a multifunctional building, but mainly used as ceremonial building, which means that it was mainly used, well, for prayings, giving gifts to the gods, ceremonies, perhaps sacrifices of both humans and animals as well. And these buildings, guys, were built nesting dolls like matryoshkas, Russian dolls. You know them? Well, this is because when they changed the power, the new family used to build his own structure up to the previous one. And next day the same, and next day the same. So if somehow we're able to do this, we'll find a previous construction and a previous one and a previous one. This one has 4 layers. So 3 small buildings inside, but it's still completely solid. No tombs, no hollow, no nothing else but a previous building inside. Now, back to you guys, there's a huge beautiful tree. This is known as Maya, ceiba in Spanish. People are known here in English as cotton silk tree or cotton silk tree. This because they can produce cotton. The thing is that, amigos, these kind of trees are considered the middle of the universe into the Mayan cosmovision, the axis mundi. It's a tree of life, okay? Branches represents Ka'an. Ka'an is a Mayan word that means up, heaven, or sky. It is supposed that it's connected with the upper world. The trunk represents the midworld or the living world, the earth where we are, and the roots are connected with the Xibalba. The Xibalba, guys, is the Mayan underworld. Mayans don't believe in a hell, demons, something like that, no, but in an underworld and in an upper world. For Mayans, guys, everyone, it doesn't matter how you behave in life. If you're a good person, a bad person, it doesn't matter. Everybody will end at the Xibalba, for sure, at the underworld. But you have the opportunity to not stay there. You can pass 9 tests, defeat 9 gods in order to go to the heaven. Once in the heaven, you can pass 13 steps, defeat 13 gods in order to get to the very top. You know, a video game like, pretty similar.
The Mayans were master astronomers, aligning their structures with celestial events.
This Gran Basamento is a huge platform, a huge foundation. Up from this Gran Basamento, we got 2 surprises, 2 structures. Building number 1 and building number 2. Building number 1, guys, is perhaps the most important one we're having over here because it's the tallest one and also is perfectly aligned to the sun. Mayans use that structure as an agricultural calendar like. As you can see, the sun is rising just at the middle of the building number 1. Again, this photo was taken on March the 21st, 6 a.m. It was a super early tour, but it worth it because we could see this. We can see this not only on March, guys, but September 21st as well. So equinoxes, right? But as well in June and December, we can see the sun aligned, but at the corners. This one, amigos, is an altar where they used to put their offerings. But as well, amigos, archaeologists found a skeleton inside of this altar.
This is Pablo A Group. Pablo A Group, this way please. Don't forget the last one will be sacrificed today.
As soon as you climb up, you'll find it on the right hand side. Then on the left hand side, you'll find building number 2, also known as the Temple of the Vessels. This because when archaeologists came here, the first thing they saw were those vessels down that temple. Those vessels, guys, were commonly used for worshipping Chac, the god of the rain. As well, apparently there was a face mask on the building number 2. The problem, it was made with limestone, you know, soft. So when they tried to work on it, unfortunately, they destroyed it. That building is perfectly aligned to the moon. So perhaps they use this area, this structure for both astronomical purposes because of the sun and the moon, as well agricultural purposes, as the sun, rain, moon were and still are super important for agriculture. Even nowadays, guys, there are some people still use the moon calendar for harvesting, for planting, or for whatever that involves nature. The most popular thing over here is that people use the moon calendar for cutting trees, because it is supposed that it depends on the days or the specific position of the moon. If you cut the trees on those days, the wood can get harder, or they can last more, or they won't be attacked by termites.
While exploring Chacchoben, our guide Dennis shared a curious tale about a monkey that developed a taste for Mayan ceremonial tea.
There's one monkey that knew how to use it. Yes. He knew how to choose the leaf, and he usually used to chew the leaf. And he usually was just in these stairs. Every time I came, he was just laid on the steps, and he goes, yes, just like flying or whatever like that. The other monkeys were playing or whatever like that, but that was the only one that was just laid and relaxed. The Mayans used to use the leaves, or actually one leaf from the whole tree, because only one works, for making special teas. Okay. To get closer to the gods. Yeah, a psychedelic one, you know? To get height. Yes. Okay. The thing is that if you use the leaf alone, it doesn't work at all. Actually, this is the leaf, right? But again, you need to choose, it's a specific leaf that I won't show you how to choose it, right?
Monkeys like howlers and spider monkeys are common here. The Maya saw them as symbols of creativity and mischief, and today they help spread seeds and keep the rainforest thriving. But not all jungle residents swing through the trees. Some, like termites, build their homes in them. These dark, rounded nests are made from chewed wood and soil, housing millions of termites that recycle dead wood and enrich the jungle.
So they started building their nests on the trees, and again, nobody bothers them. They have been there for about 5-6 years. And they know that they need to take care of the trees as well. So they attack other trees, not their own. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
From the treetops to the forest floor, every creature plays a role in this ancient world.
We got everybody? Let's go.
Hello.
Chacchoben was more than a ceremonial center. It was home to an elite community.
Over here, amigos, we got something called Las Villas. Las Villas, guys, was a residential area, which means houses of whom? Of the elite, of the rich people. Rich people were, of course, the main priest and the ruler, but as well high-class soldiers and people of science. The reason why we cannot see the houses anymore, but the foundations where the houses used to be, is because here they made thatched roofs, cabanas, huts, wooden houses. You know, they disintegrate with time. So that's why we cannot see the houses anymore. But the foundations, actually, this is how the houses used to look like, guys. As you can see, wooden ones, right? They disintegrate with time. Sometimes they used to cover them with stucco to keep their houses safe from the weather. So then they look like this. Okay? As you can see, covered with a stucco, but anyway, the skeleton was made with wood. So still disintegrated with time. So that's why we cannot see the houses anymore. This was a medium-sized town, guys. They got a population of over 6,000 to 10,000 people. The other people, workers, usually used to live outside the cities, surrounding the cities, and the suburbs, if we can say so, right? We are in the rainforest. Here it rains a lot, the whole year. Sometimes, amigos, the water can get until this height. So that's why the foundations to keep their houses safe from the heavy rains, from the books. But anyway, as I told you, Mayans usually used to bury their dead down their own houses. That's why they used to do these kind of foundations as well. When they didn't do that, they used to build them outside the house or at the backyards.
Just all little foundations and like little paths between them.
It's the crumbles of a house that once was.
But it's so cool how they have it set up like this. It's just in a block. All houses.
Yeah, it's awesome. They had their own little.
The houses over there are
Community
definitely
here.
bigger.
And of course, they got cemeteries, yes. Just back to the Gran Basamento, amigos. Last year as well, they were trying to open a new parking lot back there. But as they were cleaning in the area, they found skeletons over there, guys. They found 81 skeletons, so a cemetery over there, right? So of course they got cemeteries, but again, they usually used to bury their dead down their own houses or at the backyards. If you're wondering why they decided to build their city over here, well, just like any other civilization, because of the fresh water.
Water was crucial to the survival of the Mayan civilization.
While having a lagoon nearby, which eventually gets to a river, so fresh water, water for drinking. Mayans used to make something called chultun. A chultun is a cistern on the ground in which Mayans used to gather water from the rain. This is how that cistern used to look like. These are the stones to cover the area, and then with a stucco to keep this water inside that came from the rain.
At Chacchoben, what looks like a simple hill is often something much more. An ancient Mayan structure still buried beneath centuries of earth and jungle. Every rise in the landscape holds a piece of history waiting to be uncovered.
Over here in Chacchoben, we got 300 buildings unexcavated that belong to this city. Buildings that belong to this city, about 300 unexcavated, as far as we know nowadays. Just last year, we knew that we got 200. Again, any elevation, even the small ones, are unexcavated structures.
This journey through Chacchoben has given us a glimpse into the life, beliefs, and ingenuity of the ancient Maya. Their legacy lives on in the ruins, the surrounding jungle, and the culture of the region today. If you're ever in Costa Maya, don't miss the chance to visit Chacchoben and walk in the footsteps of the ancient Maya. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sean, and this is Trails in Tropics. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us grow, and it means a lot to me. See you in the next one.